It's graduation season, and with summer starting, it is a great time for students of all ages to think about things that they can do this summer to stand out. And joining me now are two inspiring Montgomery County teens here to offer a timely peer-to-peer perspective on ways to build an entrepreneurial mindset. They are also co-authors of the book, Down to Business, Fenley Scurlock and Jason Liaw. Welcome to Great Day, Washington. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having
us. Of course. This is so exciting that you guys wrote a book together. In this book, I think you talk about that entrepreneurial mindset. Tell us what that means day to day, Jason. What does that look like?
Yeah, I think an entrepreneurial mindset really comes down to one word: agency, right? And to me, it means asking yourself, what is a problem I see in my community, and how can I right now take steps to make a solution to fix that problem? I think the best entrepreneurs that we spoke to, and we spoke to 51 of them in our book, they ask amazing questions and they're almost never satisfied with the answer. And so they're always working to, how can I find a solution even if I don't have the best idea, even if I don't have the perfect resources right now? How can I start today?
Okay, so that's something that kids can be thinking about. How can we start today, by the way, Fenley? What are some things that maybe some kids can do this summer to start today?
In Down to Business, we spoke with entrepreneurs who were building recycling robots. We spoke with a young CEO who built a sugar-free candy empire off of her love of sweets and desire to keep her teeth healthy. Just the other day, I was talking with a young entrepreneur who was using his AI skills to build cheaper book indices for authors. And what all of those entrepreneurs have in common, and what I would advise young people today to do, is to think about what they are passionate about, what they know about, and look for something in their community and in the world around them that they can use and fix and improve with that.
Yeah, that's really smart. And let's talk about, let's say they're 8 or 9 years old and you're just passionate about lemonade. I mean, would you say start there?
Of course. That it really, one of the things we emphasize is that you are never too young to start learning about entrepreneurship. So whatever form it takes, whatever you care about, that will give you experience that will take you and allow you to do even more impressive things.
Yeah, that's a great point.
As you develop.
Jason, what kind of skills do you think having this entrepreneurial mindset or having these businesses as a kid, what kind of skills do you think that helps people when they go into the workforce, and in terms of what employers might be looking for?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think a lot of people are really ready to jump straight into the workforce. They're thinking about, how can I get hired? I think, honestly, my first piece of advice is try to be your own boss first. Try starting your own business, see how you operate, and figure out your own strengths. And I think that understanding of yourself will really help you build other skills. And I think employers right now are really looking for some of the softer skills, things that you can't really put down on a resume. And that includes taking initiative, being a good communicator, being a team player. There are things that you can all develop, I think, especially as entrepreneurship. I mean, I firmly believe that entrepreneurship is one of the best stepping stones to any career path. And that's really because you have to take ownership of the work, right? You are your own boss. And second, you have to interact with other people, and you're doing that all the time.
Yeah, great points, great points. As we wrap up here, Fenley, how can parents support kids in trying to have, some sort of business or entrepreneurial skills?
I would say let them fail. One of the things that I've noticed in our current system is that there's a lot of pressure that kids are under to constantly be perfect, to get good grades, to get into all the best summer programs and do college prep and always get the best test scores. And I think that mindset is ultimately unhealthy and contrary to what we've learned about entrepreneurship. Yeah. All of the entrepreneurs we spoke with failed before they succeeded.
Yep.
So I would encourage,
let them fail, right? Let them fail. That is great advice. Gentlemen, thank you so very much for being here. You both have very bright futures ahead of you, I can tell that. Thank you again for being here.
Thank you so much.
Of course. For more information on Fenley and Jason's book, follow Down to Business Book on Instagram, and you can find and follow Fenley and Jason on LinkedIn.